every SB has a set of natural reserve system sites, and really by design, those sites have different ecosystems. And the idea is to sort of take advantage of that, to be able to provide experiences for students to be outdoors in different types of ecosystems, learning about the environment in places where maybe they're not as familiar or not as comfortable. FUERTE is an acronym that stands for Field-Based Undergraduate Engagement through Research, Teaching, and Education. One of these ideas that we've had of, is there a way that we can provide more opportunities for students from backgrounds that are traditionally sort of underrepresented in the sciences to get involved in field sciences?
It's getting students who, not unlike me, didn't really have an opportunity to get outdoors until they got to college, learn that this was actually a thing, that you could do science out in the wilderness, asking questions about what the future of California biodiversity would be like, what the future of fire would mean for California ecosystems, for people, for communities, for food.
I come from the Central Valley, so it's a very, I would say, underserved community. I didn't really have that many opportunities to do a lot of field science.
We've done a lot of hiking in some amazing places, such as Convict Lake. We've gone to the top of Mammoth Mountain, and we've looked at some amazing things, talked to amazing people who are really passionate about their work, and that just rubs off on you.
What we wanted to do was pull in these students and keep them for 3 years and mentor them through the whole process as rising sophomores, getting this SNARL experience and getting their hands on what is it to do science, and fieldwork being a part of it.
So here we try to teach the students lots of different skills that are applicable to careers in ecology and environmental sciences and conservation. So it's a broad range, whether you want to go into marine biology, ecology, environmental science, public health. They'll all have tools that they can use in these jobs.
We have this 2-week in-depth in the field experience here at SNARL, but they're also going on to intensive internships. They're going on to being placed in training experiences with nonprofit or consulting organizations, so they're getting to have a work experience. And then they're also getting all of this high-touch mentorship along the way.
I think it's so important to be out in the field like this, because this is a lot of what our futures could be, and especially just to not sit in the classroom and learn about everything as if it's it's not as real, you know? It's so real when you're here and you see them doing these things, you see all the instruments that they use, you're learning about how to use them.
But we learn about snow science, and I know soon we're going to be learning about tree health, and there's all these very specific fields. I probably had an idea that existed, but I never had the opportunity to actually talk to someone that actually studies that as a career.
So a huge part of FUERTE is not just teaching them the science, but helping to make those network connections so they understand how to do this as a job and as a career.
I think that one of our goals is to expose people to the breadth of what it means to be an environmental scientist. There isn't one type of student we're producing from FUERTE or an outcome. You could be a politician, you could be a data scientist, you could be an engineer, you might work on oceans, or you might work on volcanoes. Environmental science is now a really broad and diverse field, and we want all of you.
Having these experiences that let you get hands-on, let you get boots on the ground fieldwork, it just allows you to develop a skill set that's going to be important when you're looking for actual jobs, more long-term positions. I think a lot more programs should be as hands-on as FUERTE is, because it's experience you need in life. It's experience you're always going to need, and it takes you very far.